Okay, so we're gonna make this quick. We're gonna make this efficient. We're not gonna make this long and drawn out. I've done this multiple times, twice to be exact. I've lost my passport. I am sometimes a irresponsible individual. Not too proud to say that, but I'm a little bit older now, a little bit more wiser, a little bit more responsible. So I do things in a little bit better of a manner. Okay, so boom, how to get your passport in a day. So the first thing you need to do, and as you see here, it says first you need to make a point of contact. So I have this in a flow chart. So we're going to be flowing and figuring this out. You got two options here. You can call your local senator, or you can call the national passport phone number. Now, I have called my local senator before. I'm in Florida, so my senator, well, the old senator was Marco Rubio, and he still has an office in like Orlando. You know, you call, well, you don't even call him up, you email him. I apologize. You email him, and they basically set an appointment for you, and then you go get your passport. And when you go through this method, I need you to understand a couple things. And the first thing that I need you to understand that is they print it the same day. I don't even get why this isn't like promoted, or people don't, this isn't common knowledge, but it's not. So there you go. The second thing you must do, or this is an and or situation, I'm sorry, is you could call the national passport number, and that's right here, 877-487-7799 Trey. When you do call that number, you'll reach a representative and you inform them, hey, you know, I'm traveling in 48 hours and I need an emergency passport. Please help me. Please. And they're going to be like, oh my God, of course. Let's see what we got. Note, it's not guaranteed that there will be an appointment in your city, so you might have to fly elsewhere in order to receive your passport. Please keep that in mind. So let's say, for example, I just had a friend of mine, he's from Florida, and he had to fly to San Francisco to get his passport. San Fran. And that's just what it is. Everything isn't going to be in your backyard. Everything isn't going to be super convenient for you. So, you know, you got to do a little bit of work in order for this to work in your favor. Okay, yeah. So, you know, you might have to fly elsewhere in order to receive your passport. Only make this call if you are prepared to leave your city ASAP in order to fulfill the appointment. I don't know how many times, because I've never had to do another appointment because I missed or had to reschedule or something. I don't know how frequently you can do this, because if you call somebody and say, I'm leaving in 48 hours and you miss your appointment, were you really leaving in 48 hours? I don't think so. So, yeah, only do this method. And I hate the word method now because it makes it come off like illegal or dark worldy, and it's that ain't what it is, bro. Yeah, only do this when you are absolutely ready to receive your passport. If you're not ready to receive it, don't make this call. It's gonna cost a little bit of extra money. I think it comes out to like, you know, like $215 to $250, something like that, to do everything. So, you know, it's pay to play, man. It's the United States. It's pay to play. So what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You only got a choice. Aim to take an evening flight just in case, because I know there's a lot of bad people. There's a lot of people that are bad with scheduling. So, for example, let's say you did everything, you called them, you booked an appointment, yada, 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 or they booked you an appointment, and it's for a Wednesday, right? No, yeah, it's for a Wednesday. Book the appointment. Book your return flight. I'm sorry. Book your return flight for the evening on Wednesday. The reason is they might give you an 11 a.m. appointment, and it obviously is going to take some time. It's not going to only be you inside, you know, the little vicinity, or facility. So, you know, just book a little, so just to give yourself some wiggle room so you don't miss that flight and you got to spend an extra day wherever you're at and got to spend extra on a rescheduled flight home. Next, you will need to take passport style photos. This can be done at your local CVS or Walgreens or somewhere of that nature. And the alternative is to look up the requirements and take them yourself. Nonetheless, I strongly recommend going to a location and having somebody that does it all the time do it for you. You don't want to mess your photos up. You don't want to mess your photos up. And the reason you don't want to mess your photos up, because if you get to the passport place, and sometimes on hand they have like an individual that will take the pictures for the people there, because some people come unprepared, and there's people that got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? But no, get it done. Just go to a CVS, go to some pharmacy, go Google or TikTok. Hey, where can I get my passport photos? Whatever. Like, make it easy on yourself. Just let somebody else do it. Second thing, you're going to need a flight itinerary. And this is what you're going to need when you actually get there. You're going to need to print out a flight itinerary that shows that you're traveling within 28 to 48 hours. If you do not have one, just make one. If you don't have one, like, they just need to see it. Like, the person when you get there is going to be a real person. They're just going to be like, okay, you're leaving. Like, they don't have no time to not make your passport, or they don't have no time to check your record locator number. I fly with Americans, that's why I'm saying that. They don't have no time to check your record locator number. They're trying to get that extra money, because that's what make the American world go around, and get your appointment finished. That's all they're trying to do. In my experience, they're only really looking at the airport code, the dates, and just to make sure if it looks authentic. That's really it. Third, you might be questioned as to what happened to your last passport, because I have, so I definitely have to say that. And I literally was just like, yo, I'm an irresponsible person, and I lost my passport. But that had happened to me twice. So they were like, And I was like, listen, I'm not selling it on the black market. I'm not this, I'm not stupid. And they gave me a 1-year passport. I have 3 of them. The photo will be here. You can see the screenshot. I have 3 of them. They gave me a 1-year passport, right? And they told me, hey, around the 6-7 month mark before it expires, come get a new one. You just set up another appointment and get a new one, or you could send it in to, everything is with the government. So just follow their orders. Like, that's all you got to do. Just follow their directions. Like, I'm definitely giving you the process, but if you have any additional questions when you get on site to wherever they send you, they're going to send you New Orleans, Miami, SFO, LAX. There's so many passport facilities around the country that you probably don't even know about, because I ain't know about half of them either. Yeah. So if they, you just got to get them to empathize with you. Just tell them you two want it, or if it's a new passport, just tell them like, hey, I'm traveling, I'm taking a leap of faith, and I'm just coming to get my passport. I saw that you can get an emergency one. I booked a quick flight, and I'm here. And that's you might not even get questions, so you might not even need to say any of that. The first time I went, I didn't get questions. They just looked at my documents, and that's it. Pro tip, and this is from my boy Vonta. He's in the Discord as well. Pro tip: if they give you an appointment, let's say it's at noon, right? Show up at 8 or 9 anyways, or show up right when it opens. Early bird gets the worm. Show up right when it opens, because when you show up early, it's more guaranteed that you are going to get your passport the same day, right? You might have to get it the next day, or they might have to ship it to you. So to avoid that, because you need it right then and there, avoid that by showing up early. I've seen people get it the next day. They have to come in the morning, or they have to come in the next day around noon to come pick up their passport, just because they came at like a later time. And later times were usually ranging between like 2 to like 4 p.m., because, things get a little bit slower. People get off at 5. They get a little bit more lethargic. So, they just trying to get people in and out. They're not really trying to fulfill. They're just trying to get people in and out. You know what I'm saying? So be considerate. Show up early. People, they be in there like, oh, what's your name? Where you going? Like, they be kind of over it. You get what I'm saying? So, just show a little respect, a little responsibility, and you're good. And again, you're gonna, if you get sent, maybe you're blessed enough to be in a city that a passport facility is in. If not, you're gonna need about $215 to $250 for the actual passport, because you have to pay for the expedited fees, but you're paying for it like on hand in person. You're gonna have to pay for a flight. Get the cheapest flight, bro. Backpack. You don't need to take anything. Just one way in, one way out. Cheap hotel. You just need somewhere to lay your head. Maybe a cheap Airbnb, a room, like $40 for the night, $50 for the night. And you know that it shouldn't cost anywhere more than 400, maybe 450 at the most, 500. I'm sorry, depending on where you're coming from, you know? So just be mindful, be considerate, be respectful, you know? Treat this process, you know, with grace, because when you don't know something and you get informed, you might get a little excited. And when you get a little excited, you might do some strange things. But pass that information on, get your passport in the day, take that flight, man. I'm in this Brazil jumper because I got it in Melbourne, Australia, because I was supposed to go to Brazil for Carnival and I missed it. I'm a traveler. That is what I do. I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I love branding. I love marketing. I do a lot of shit, bro. But right now, I'm trying to get you your passport in a day. So please, just follow the steps. If you got any questions, just join the Discord. The Discord is free. I teach, free game, paid game, all of that in the Discord, depending on what you want. Get in there. See you on the next video.